My musical influences. Well, I started as a piano player, so and my teacher, she it trained me classically. So from the beginning, I guess, actual applying music, it was sort of classical training and then jazz training on bass. As far as me growing up, I always loved, Paul McCartney and the Beatles, obviously Zeppelin, and who else was Ben Folds was a big. I was playing piano. I was like maybe sixth grade or something, and it just wasn't cool to play classical piano. Like, you're not going to get chicks play classical piano. And my buddy showed me Ben Folds 5, and I thought it was really cool that, it was kind of dorky rock music, but the dude was rocking out on piano, and that was a sort of good influence, motivational thing to like keep me going and show me that, you can rock out on piano or anything. So yeah, have they changed? They've certainly grown, and I feel more times than not I'm looking back, like to whatever things I've overlooked. The Stones, for instance, like we've become I kind of speak for all of us here, but the band, like, huge Stones fans in the last couple of years, and so yeah, the influences, they always sort of they come out of nowhere, and but I'm definitely always looking for new influences and new things to inspire me to be better. Yeah. Man, I'm a huge Foo Fighters fan, but also like Queens of the Stone Age. Their last album was one of my favorites for sure of that year, and that would be really cool to tour or work with those guys. There's some really good rock out there right now, and more coming out. That last Arctic Monkeys album was really amazing too. I don't know. I'm sure we'd have fun touring with them. We usually have fun with whoever we tour with. That's never a problem. But yeah, those three bands that'd be a fun tour. I always just go for the easy one, but like, okay, we're getting close to December 5th is when they announce who's been nominated for Grammys, and when we got nominated for a Grammy, it was pretty amazing. We were on stage in Wisconsin, and it was just another show night, and we got that news about halfway through the set, and that was pretty cool. So that was a pretty epic night. December 5th. What was that? 2012? Jeez, I don't even know. But yeah, that was a great night. That was a good one. I guess I don't know if I have a preferred way. I think it's really cool when when I think of a melody or something, and then lyrics just sort of pop in that fit, and then and they're they're effective lyrics that sort of write themselves from there. You can quickly think of a story around whatever 3-4 words you just sung that happen to fit in that melody, and that's always fun when it just sort of pops in. You're like, well, where can we take this story? And I like when that happens, because otherwise you're just either recording stuff, be it for me anyway, melodic or music ideas just into your phone or whatever, and then, or the other side is just writing ideas out, just pen and paper, in your little notebook and on your phone or whatever, and but yeah, when both of it, when both ideas happen simultaneously, it's really really cool. You know, it's like, oh, that was easy. Let's go with this. Favorite song to play? Well, so we're touring with 3 Days Grace right now, and in supporting them, we have a short set. You know, we play for like 45 minutes. I guess during that set, it's really fun to play Fire. I Am the Fire, but being such a short set, I'm really excited to headline again and play some songs that we haven't played in a while. It'll be fun to, you know, kind of stretch out a little bit and play songs we haven't played in a couple weeks. Really, it hasn't been that long, but yeah, like New Modern Love is always a really fun song to play live. Cool, vibey song. Yeah. Geez, that's a good question. I mean, I think I mentioned it just before, but New Modern Love is really cool because it sort of embodies the theme of the album, and you know, it's just sort of a neat, empowering song to sort of, yeah, about being comfortable with yourself and what you do and not changing for anyone. Oh, geez. Something by the Beatles, by George Harrison, really. But yeah, something. Yeah, that'd be a good one. Okay, it was probably, well, just I'm thinking of bass. It was probably before I started taking bass lessons. You know, I got a bass like, I guess it was it Christmas or my birthday. I don't know, but like, you know, the week or two before I started taking lessons, I was just messing around on it. I remember learning um, Smoke on the Water, you know, just kind of dun dun dun, right? Yeah, totally. I mean, it's so cool and so easy and just like a heavy riff, and also 25 or 624 by Chicago, which is, you know, everyone's used that progression. We use it at the end of I Miss the Misery, different, rhythmically different, but same, you know, chords. That was another one I remember learning, you know, before lessons. It's, you know, just an easy movement, you know. Jeez. I'm really thankful to be in a band. I'm glad this whole music thing is working out. I went to school for music as a double major, performance and education, and I left school to join the circus, you know, to like try and make this work. And I was in a band before this. It was sort of not working out, and for a time there I was like convinced that I was gonna sort of inherit the family business and just, yeah, work as a contractor. And literally after, at the point where I thought that was it, like, you know, and had accepted it, like Halestorm needed you know, called me up and asked me to play with them, and I was like, yeah, sure. But even then, like, I didn't think it would get to where it got, and so quickly. I mean, we've been touring now and working for, geez, 12 years, as a four-piece. Like, I was the last to join the band, but you know, within a year and a half or two of me joining them, we got signed, and from there it was like, you know, this is my day job. I'm a poor musician from now on. So, yeah, I guess for a time there, it was like, oh, I guess you're going to be a contractor and maybe like teach music lessons to kids or something. I don't know. I'm really glad the band thing worked out. I do. Yeah, I do. I've got 4 basses out with me. One that I'm probably going to play tonight because I just ran over my guitar tech, fixed it up, made it all nice and pretty for me. But I have a 1970 Gibson EB2, and so it's a hollow body bass. It's red. It's got a really cool story. It was like one of 24 made in that year, and they were sent to Vietnam for the troops to play. And so it's been in the shit. It's been in the jungle, and it made it back. And so it's really cool. It's got a great story. And it's funny. I was, the first time I was traveling with it, my wife was with me, and I was carrying it on board. And they're like, "No, we're gonna have to gate check that." And I was just like, "No." And my wife's like, "Josh, it's been to Vietnam and back. It's gonna be okay." I was like, "Yeah, you got a point there. All right, be careful with it." So I've had a great time playing that bass, and I've had an urge for that hollow body sound as of late. So this it really fills that need very nicely, that want, I should say.
That's very cool though. Not very many people have that kind of story for a bass.
Yeah, right. Yeah, very, very cool. Yeah, it truly does. It's seen more than I have,
And it's still alive and kicking.
Yeah, and it's mint. It's beautiful. I mean, the neck has, some wear and tear, but nothing detrimental. It's fantastic bass.
That's really cool.
So yeah, you'll see. I'll play it tonight. Now that's all fixed up. Yeah. So me personally, like I usually just kind of walk around with my guitar, the bass, throughout the day, and just learning songs or listening, whatever. But an hour before the show, it's kind of go time. It's like the 4 of us are in the dressing room getting ready for the show, warming up, stretching, doing whatever, and just trying to, start speaking the language, the music lingo, and getting our foreheads together. So that's usually like our pre-show thing, even if it's like last night we had the Stones live cranking, and just all jamming along to that, and just something to bring our foreheads together is the goal, so that when we go up on stage, it's not the first time we're talking, verbally or musically, so that's usually our thing, and it's a good thing to have. Jeez, that's a good one. Okay, before I die, what do I want to do? Well, it'd be really great to headline like a big festival. It's neat. Throughout the years, we've sort of built up, our where we are in a festival. The time slot, and so and it's always great seeing our our peers and bands that are playing the last slot of the night, and it'll be fun to get there someday, I hope. What else? Jeez, bucket list. That's a great one.
Anywhere you want to travel that you haven't been to yet?
Yeah, I mean, geez, there's so many places, right? Well, we were supposed to go to Southeast Asia, and it's not happening anymore this year, which is unfortunate, but I'd definitely make that a bucket list thing. Another thing would be to, I'm a big race fan, play like at an F1 race or a MotoGP or some sort of international race, or NASCAR. I don't care, but I guess I don't know, somehow be involved with auto sports on some level, whether it be music or getting in a car and driving it around the track. Would be fun.